Hello everybody, this is Carmen with Elemental Designs and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to bring you a very dimensional loaded heart. And pretty much, once I got the stocking done for the Christmas, I was really amped up with just all the possibilities of what I can create with this style. And again, since this is something that is new and hasn't really been done before, obviously I'm going to jump at the chance to just create as many things as possible with this style. So this is going to be another addition to the very dimensional, the very dimensional loaded envelope style. Just using different shapes. So today we're going to be doing a heart, and here I've pretty much cut out a 10 by 8 inches in dimension heart. Again, you can do this, in any style. I don't really provide templates because I figured that these are simple enough shapes that, you know, pretty much anybody can cut out. So this is the reason why I don't provide you guys with a template. Um, a heart is not really hard to do. Just fold the paper in half and then just cut, an elongated C and you'll get a heart. Um, the same with a stocking. A stocking is not really difficult to draw out. So for the most part, that's why I don't provide you guys with the stencils for these. But you can always print out one from online. There are many stocking shapes as well as heart shapes that you can just print out as large as you possibly can and then use that as your template. Um, so for the most part here, I've already got both of my hearts ready. I've backed them up with black cardstock just to make them nice and sturdy for longevity. Because I really don't like the flimsy kind of look, when they kind of, I feel like they can fall apart. And if I make something, I definitely want to make something that's going to last you for a very long time. So I'm in the habit of always trying to just back up my papers and my cardstocks when I'm making things like this. Um, and definitely look out for more designs because I will have more designs coming up in the next couple of days. I've already pretty much got a few of them already started, so definitely be on the lookout for those. Those will be coming out shortly as well. And just like before, if you guys do end up kind of using the style, I greatly appreciate it if you would just give me the credit and definitely link either the video that you got the inspiration from or my channel on your description. That would greatly be appreciated, and I would definitely go and show you guys some love. Please drop me down a comment below, um, and that would be awesome. So for the most part, what you see me doing here is just kind of deciding on the style of how I want it. I've already decided on my papers, and I'm going for kind of like a rustic kind of look. I've got some pattern papers that have heart designs on them, which I thought were really, not heart designs, I'm sorry. They had like wood grain designs on them and like wood planks. And I thought that was kind of interesting and would give it like a really interesting kind of look. And for the most part, I've decided on this. I'm going to create the look of what appears to be multiple pockets, but the reality is that it's going to be one large pocket where you'll be able to add all different kinds of goodies. In addition to that one large pocket, you're going to have one small pocket in the front. But again, once you get the aesthetic of it, then you can pretty much decide on, what style and how you would like to do this and how you would like your pockets to lay out in the front, so on and so forth. I just really wanted it to have like a really nice opening in the front, just so that you can add all different kinds of things. And this, as just like the Christmas stocking, the very dimensional stocking, will also be freestanding. The only difference with the heart is just that because of the point at the end, it rests on its side, but it still looks really cute, especially if you decorate it in a way that everything kind of looks balanced. So for the most part, here I am just kind of figuring out everything and just gluing everything down. And I like the way that this is looking so far. So I've kind of decided like, yes, this is definitely going to stay like this. So here I'm just trimming off all of my excess. And now I'm going to repeat the same process with the back one. The only difference that I'm going to do with this heart as opposed to with one side as opposed to the other is that later on you're going to see how I decorated. I add a lot of trim to one of the hearts, and it looks really cute, you guys. It ends up looking kind of like a chocolate box, those heart-shaped boxes that come with chocolate and Valentine's. I mean, it looks super cute and very dimensional. And what's great about it again is the fact that you can actually close it at the end. If you want to store it, it's very easy to close because of the fabric that I have laid, in order to enclose the whole thing. So I'm really happy and excited that you guys have been liking the design so far for the loaded stocking. I'm super excited. I cannot wait now for like next Christmas because I know that I'm going to be doing a boatload of those, especially to like give away to friends and families, and definitely to some of my friends and family here on YouTube. So really, really cool. It's been really fun. I cannot explain to you guys how awesome it feels when you just like kind of come up with something new that people like, because I've had other ideas in the past that have never really kind of stuck the way that this one has kind of the way that this one people have kind of geared to and liked. So it's really, really fun, and I want to thank you all so much for the love and the support, and just all the compliments on the design and the style. It really does mean a lot to me. So yes, I'm gonna definitely be coming out with more different styles for this, and just figuring out different ways that I can create this. And it's just really, really fun, and a lot of, just awesomeness overall. So I kind of play with it a little bit. Just make sure that I get them as close to even as possible so that they both match as much as possible. Just so that, again, they both look the same in the front and in the back. And that's pretty much what you see me doing here. Now, if you guys need a heart-shaped template, then definitely just go online and just print yourself a heart shape. Otherwise, you can just fold the paper in half, get yourself a nice piece of cardstock and fold it in half, and then create your template that way. It's not really that difficult to create a heart for most, but if you find that you're having problems with creating a heart, then definitely just print one online, and then just kind of follow that. That will be fine. Any heart shape will do. And you can create this big or small. You can create mini loaded dimensional hearts, or you can create large loaded dimensional hearts. So either way will work. And I have a lot of ideas that I'm working with right now, that I'm going to be coming out. So you guys are definitely going to be seeing a lot of different styles. So if you would like to see more and you have not subscribed already, definitely subscribe. And if you haven't, then please hit that little bell, because as soon as they come out, you'll be notified. And that way you could be one of the first people to see it. And it's just been really, really fun, you guys. Really, really fun. I love doing these kinds of projects, and I definitely have to give a huge, huge thank you to Moms Who Create, because at the end of the day, our conversation is kind of what sparked this whole thing. And if it wouldn't have been because of our swap that we were doing, that loaded stocking would have probably never came to life. Um, so it's just really, it's been really, really cool and awesome to just be able to speak to somebody and just get some creative feedback, and then, come up with a topic and just be like, okay, let's do this, let's do this. And then the next thing you know, voila, we have something, new and exciting to show you guys. So definitely go and subscribe to her channel if you have not subscribed already. She's also sending me something, as far as like the dimensional boot. So I'm very excited to receive that, and definitely super excited to show you guys what her boot is going to look like. Again, I got a sneak peek, and it is, she didn't even decorate it, and my mouth was already drooling like, OMG. And if you guys know her, you guys know that she is super, super crafty. So super fun to watch. So I've already got all the shading down. I've decided on the fabric that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use this burlap. And pretty much, again, because I was really liking the rustic, I wanted to do like a rustic kind of heart. And I think that this burlap kind of fit it perfectly. You don't necessarily have to use these kinds of ribbons. You can always use fabric if that's what you have available. These ribbons, just because they have a wire seam on both sides, it just makes it a little bit easier for me to kind of control, how it goes. And for this one, I decided to just kind of trim that in half, and then do half of the heart and then half of the heart, and half of the other heart, with two separate pieces, and then just connect them in the bottom. I could have definitely ran the whole thing right across, but I wanted it to have like that seam there, um, just for more aesthetic. So here you're pretty much going to see me trying to put this down, and it's getting easier, you guys. I must say, the more that I do them, the easier that it is becoming. And I'm actually working on another project now with the same style, and it is getting a lot easier to kind of maneuver and kind of work the fabric around the shapes. Um, so definitely exciting, and I just love how it looks. Honestly, I really do love how it looks. Um, and I'm even more happy that you guys like it as well. So here I'm just going to be doing now the other side, and I'm doing them a little bit at a time, and I'm going to be doing both sides a little bit at a time, just until I get all the way to the top. And I just left maybe like 10% of, I went to like maybe 10% of the height. So I just left a little bit of space in the top. I took it almost all the way up and just left that nice big opening up there. Not so big that things kind of fall out, but big enough that it encapsulates it, but at the same time that it still keeps the shape. Because for me, it's very, very important to be able to keep the shapes of these things. I want them to look like what they're supposed to look like. And sometimes when you add like different pockets and different things, it can take the whole shape away, which is why I was struggling with the original idea, because I didn't really like the paper look of it, because I felt like the paper look of it kind of took away from the shape because of me fanning out the paper. But probably in a different way, if I did it in a different way, I probably could have achieved the look that I was going for with paper. But it wouldn't be collapsible if you didn't fan it out. And for me, being able to store it is very, very important, because we collect so many crafts and so many things from so many awesome people over time. And we want to be able to display them all, but sometimes we cannot display them all at the same time. And for me, I just like to switch out, different things and just display different things. But I want to be able to store it in a safe way so that it does not get damaged, so that I can go ahead and, show it again. So as you can see, I just demonstrated that you can pretty much, close it down, and it pops right back up into shape the minute that you want to reuse it again. And again, it lays on its side, if I didn't mention that already. Here I'm just adding some bows just to bring the theme together. So I used some of that remaining burlap fabric and just created some cute little bows, and I'm just figuring out where I'm going to put it. This heart still has a lot of embellishments that I have to do to it. I just really pretty much wanted to show you guys the premise of how it looks and how you can make it, and just to show you that it's really not that difficult to create. And yeah, I mean, it was, again, it's a super fun project. It's not that easy to create. It took me literally, I would say, maybe about an hour, and only because I just kept fiddling around with just different styles and different designs and just different fabrics here and different fabrics there. So, that took me a little bit of time to just get the idea overall of what I wanted to do. Um, and this can very easily, be turned into something else. So again, I'm playing around with a lot of different designs, and you're going to see some new things kind of coming out as far as, how this whole style is with the fabric used for enclosure, using ribbons to enclose it. And if I didn't mention it already, you can pretty much use any kind of fabric that you have available. It's just about the manipulation of the fabric, and how you lay it on the sides. That's really going to dictate how it's going to look at the end of the day. This was kind of perfect because it wasn't too wide. Um, it was just wide enough where it gave it a nice space, like a nice cavity for me to be able to add things in. And at the same time, because it had that cute little ribbon that was already attached to it, it added that extra element. So super cute. Super cute. I'm going to have some pictures at the end of this video so that you guys can overall see the aesthetic of it all and just see where I've gotten so far. And here I'm going to add some trim that I think really, really brought this whole thing together for me. And definitely, definitely added just like that OMG moment. Like, oh my goodness, this is so stinking cute. And again, I still have more embellishments to do to it. I still have other trims to add to it and just different things to add to it. And let me know if this is something that you guys would like to see me do, maybe like, I don't know, a future giveaway for, or something of that nature. I want to say thank you guys so much, because I have reached 1,500 subscribers on my channel. I'm so like in awe and overwhelmed, and thank you all so much, because I wouldn't be here without you guys' support, and it really does mean a lot to me. Um, and yes, 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 yes. I was really, really shocked, because like the second that I dropped, the second that I put the video in, that I showed the boot, we already had people doing a challenge with it, and I was like, oh my goodness, like it hasn't even been 24 hours that I put it out. That has never happened to me before. So I was like, oh my God. It was really cool and very flattering. But yes, so if you guys want to see something like that for the future, then definitely let me know. Look how cute this looks. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for pictures, you guys. Yes, yes, yes.